Okay, now we are going into cross currency. Okay, let's discuss a little bit on cross currency here. Let me give you some artificial exchange rates. Okay? Alright, let's see whether you can cross it or not. When I give you, let's say, dollar to maybe Australian dollar. Okay? AUD, for example. Doesn't matter what doesn't matter. Okay? Dollar to AUD. Let's say it is 0.9, for example. Okay? Let's say 0.9. So, and you have here AUD to RM, for example. Don't check the validity. Is that okay? We just want to show you how to cross it. This is one rate given. Dollar to AUD, AUD to RM. Let's say simply for the sake of saying 20 cents. 1 ringgit, so many AUD. This is 1 unit. This is your 1 unit. This is your base. Make sure your base is at the back. Is that okay? Now, what are you going to do? How are you going to cross this particular thing? You have actually got 3 currencies here. You got dollar, you got Australian dollar, you got ringgit, Malaysia. Okay, what are you going to do now to cross it? To cross it, what you can do is you are going to just put this in a fraction format. Put this in a fraction format. You're going to have dollar to AUD, correct? The base goes down. Is that 1 unit always goes down? Then here what you got? AUD per ringgit Malaysia. So ringgit goes down, AUD goes down. Now the logic of crossing is like this. Let's say for example you want to take a flight from Malaysia. You want to take a flight to London, KL to London. What do? Which flight do you take? If you want to go straight from KL to London, you must take MAS. Is that okay? MAS doesn't stop. Straight to London, no stop. MAS, you take to London. Oh, you take Emirates, stops where? Dubai. Take KL, you must stop by at Dubai. Is that okay? They got to refill the fuel. Start at Dubai, then you take to London. Of course, you can do some shopping here and visit, see how hot is Dubai, sorry. Not how hot, how beautiful is Dubai is. Then you can pass by and go to London. That means what are you doing? You got a choice. You can go to Dubai first and then from Dubai come out to London, or you can straight to this thing. So what we're doing here is you got 2 set of currencies. If let's say you want to find one currency, straight away you can find, or what you can do, you can just cross it. Now for example in this case you got dollar to Australian dollar to ringgit. Now what are you going to do? Which currencies is common in these 2 particular fractions? Australian dollar. What are you going to do? Divide or multiply? Multiply. Is that okay? You're going to multiply. You're going to put here gone. So the resulting answer that you're going to get will be in dollar to RM. 1 RM, so many dollars. So it's going to be 0.9 multiplied by 0.2, giving you an answer of how much? 0.18. That's how we do the crossing. You get a picture? Now this is a simple crossing. There's only 1 rate given. No high rate, no low rate, simple. And this happened to be coincidence. Australian sitting on top, numerator, denominator is basically the same currency. Numerator and denominator is the same currency. It's not a problem. Now, what is? Let me create a page now. Yeah. Okay. What if it's going to be given in this manner? Dollar to sorry, euro to Singapore dollar. Okay, Singapore is the base. Okay, Singapore is the base. Singapore is 1 unit. How many euro? Probably, maybe you can get 0.8 euros. Makes sense here. Okay, this one I think you can help me out with giving me a rates. Ringgit Malaysia to 1 Singapore dollar. This is the 1 unit. Always remember my way of teaching, the base I put at the back. Easy for me to say high rates or low rates or buy or low, whatever. Okay, so this is going to be 1 unit at the back. So how much is this? Roughly today, as I speak today, what's the exchange rate more or less? 3. Okay, let's take 3. 2.99 actually. Okay, it's 3. So what I'm going to do to cross it, if you want to cross it, what are you going to do? You write this in a fraction format. Is that okay? You write this in a fraction format. Euro to base goes down. Dollar, Singapore dollar. So this must be S, sorry. S. Okay. Okay, then here you write Ringgit Malaysia to Singapore dollar. Is it okay? Ringgit Malaysia to Singapore dollar. And you're going to try to cross it. You're going to try to, of course you can put the figures here without any problem. 0.8, and here you must put 3. Now the question now is, you're going to multiply or you're going to divide. You're going to multiply or you're going to divide, because if you're going to multiply, let's say you're going to multiply, I don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get Singapore square. Is that okay? Singapore square euro to RM. Very confusing. I'm not sure what the hell is that. Okay, so you can't multiply, you have to divide. Now in school, teacher got teach you that when you divide, automatically, for some reason, until now we don't know why, correct or not, that this figure goes up and the RM goes down, correct or not? Did you learn the same thing in school? Yes. You ask your teacher why? No, I should never ask, so don't ask me, okay? Now, so what you're going to do here is automatically this figure goes up, Singapore and Singapore goes off. Is that okay? And the ultimate answer you're going to get will be euro to what? RM. You're going to get euro to RM remaining. But that you have to do what? You need to divide. So what are you going to get here? You're going to get here 0.267 euro to an RM. Is that clear? This is not a problem. If the examiner gives you like that, it's not a problem at all. Now what happened in September 2018 exam? The paper is published. You can always go and check it out from ACCA website. Okay, examiner for the very first time tested cross currency where you have high rates and the low rates. Yeah, high rates and the low rates. Now let me give you a cross currency here. Let me just try another example. Now you have here RM, you have here dollar, you have here RM, you have here dollar. Okay, let's be realistic a bit. RM to dollar, roughly with Donald Trump being so aggressive, I think it's 4.0 to, let's say, 4.1, just around there, right? Around there as we speak today. Ringgit Malaysia to dollar. Okay, you know when to multiply, you know when to divide. We're not going into that today's lesson. Is that okay? This is just to make sure you know how to cross the currency. If I say RM to dollar is so much, and if I give you another rates here, Ringgit Malaysia to a sterling pound, roughly how much? 540, is it okay? 540, you pay exam fees already, you should know. 550, okay, around there. 1 pound okay, you need 540 to fetch a pound, or 550 to fetch a pound, or to give away a pound. So in this case, it's 540, 550. Now let me give you a scenario. Okay? Now, I'm going to use these rates, but I don't want to cross it. I want to fly from KL to Dubai first. Get down, go for shopping, go back to the plane, and fly back to London. I want to go into 2 countries, change my money. That way, you don't have to cross it. A little bit longer, answer should be the same. Okay? So in this case, what's going to happen? Let's say you are a USA company. Okay, let's say you are a USA company. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, I just want to show you when you cross it, you must know where it's going to be. Is it going to be the higher rate or the low rate, or the low rate or the higher rate? That part is very confusing. So that's why we need to go through without crossing first. Okay, I'm going to pay, let's say you need to pay 100,000 pounds. Okay, you want to pay 100,000 pounds. Do you have an exchange rate, dollar and pound? Got it? Dollar and pound, got or not? Don't have. So you want to pay 100,000 pounds. So if you want to pay 100,000 pounds, you don't have dollar and pound. So what do you have to do? You need to go to Malaysia first. You go to Malaysia first, get the ringgit equivalent. So if you want to pay pound, you want to find what? First you need to find what? Huh? You want to find what? Hello? Hello? Huh? Ringgit. Multiply or divide? Multiply. Very good. You need to multiply. What rate you're going to use? You're going to pay pound. What rate will you use? 5.4. You're going to pay pound. Multiply. Hello. Just taught you. Multiply. Andrew. 5 point? All agree 5.5? Except for Andrew. Okay, no problem, Andrew. It's okay. 5.5, okay? If you're not sure, try both the rates. Hello? Try both the rates. Choose the worst one. Okay? 5.5. How much you get here? Ringgit Malaysia 550. Is that okay? So I'm going to Dubai. I went to Malaysia already now. So from Malaysia, can I take to US dollar now? Okay, so for Malaysia ringgit, I take to US dollar. What am I supposed to do? I want to find what? Dollar or ringgit? Dollar. Multiply or divide? Very good. What rate will you use in this case? 4.1. 4.0, very good. You are giving me all the wrong answers today. Yeah? 4.0. Andrew, cannot make a mistake. Okay? 4.0. Correct? All of you agree with 4.0? Yep. Yes. Okay. Now, Andrew wants to be famous later. Okay. How much you got here? Dollar 137,500. Is that clear? That's the ultimate if you don't use a cross. If you don't use a cross, you have to take a transit flight. You got to drop by somewhere, get down from the flight, take another flight to America. Okay, this is your answer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cross and I'm still going to get the same answer. Would that be good? Yeah, end of the day, we want to get this answer as a cross check to see whether we have crossed correctly or not. Now, if you're going to cross it, now listen carefully. Yeah, what is given here? Ringgit to dollar. You're going to have here ringgit to a dollar. Okay, ringgit to a dollar given. What else is given? Ringgit to a pound. So I'm going to put ringgit to a pound. I just taught you, in this case, ringgit is on top. Is that okay? It's sitting on top. Can you multiply now? Cannot. What you must do? Divide. Very good. You need to divide. But when you divide, teacher in school said sterling goes up, ringgit goes down. Don't know for what reason. Is that okay? I forgot to ask her. Yeah? She's no longer around. So what you're going to do now is you're going to divide. When you're going to divide, RM disappears, correct? The resultant of this is going to be what? What comes first? Pound over? RM. Okay, Andrew not to take medicine. Okay? Is it pound per dollar? Hello? Pound on top, dollar still remaining. RM gone what? Correct or not? RM is gone. Okay. So we got pound per dollar. Okay, now pound per dollar. Now what rates you going to take here? What rates you going to take? There's two rates here. $4, $4, and you got what? $4.10, and here you got $5.50, and you got $5.50. Let me tell you a trick, simple trick. We don't want to waste time beating around the bush. If you are going to divide, you need to really cross it. Okay? I don't want to beat around the bush. We don't have time for indulging into all that. Just later I'll show you what happens. Okay? If this is called what? Cross. If you're going to divide, you really need to cross it. 4 cross with 4.5, I need to divide. Divide, right? So I'll take 4. I'll take 4, I'm going to put here. I'll take 4, I'll divide by 5.5. What do I get? Write for me, please. 0. I'm just going to take, so accuracy for purpose. For accuracy purpose, I'm going to take a couple of decimals here. 72727272. Is that okay? And the other one, I cross it to be dash 4.1. Correct or not? RM on top, right? Say, this one is on top, correct or not? So this is first, this comes second. So I divide with what? 5.4. What do you get? 0.75925 etc. What is this called? This is what currency? This is what currency? Let me copy this. This one is end up to be what? This is dollar. Sorry, pound to, let me change color a bit, you can see clearly. This is going to be pounds to dollar. Is that okay? Now question is, you want to pay what? You want to pay 100,000 pounds. Can you find dollars straight away? Can you find dollars straight away? Hello? Tell me. Multiply or divide? Correct? Multiply or divide? Divide. Very good. When you divide, which rate do you use when you pay? Which rate do you use?
70.
Pay means buy or sell. Okay. What rate do you use? 72. Very good. 727272. Correct? What's your answer? What's your answer? 1. Did you get the same answer just now? This is a direct flight to London. Is it 137?
Yes.
500. Is it correct? 137 500. Same thing. Just have to make sure when you cross it, this is your cross rate now. Earlier we got one cross rate. Now we have to get the low cross rate and the high cross rate. It is wrong totally to take the cross rate, this divide by this. Now that's wrong. This divided by this is wrong. You cannot use it, because if you use this, trust me, if you use this, trust me, you will never get 137 500. Because end of the day, you must get back this answer, correct or not? Why I did this? Because I just want to check. The answer must be the same. Is that okay? Last September, I'm very sure, a lot of students would have faced the problem because it's the first time, I think. It's in your books, it's always in your books. But then no one pays attention. We're all spotting type, correct or not? We're all spotting type of tutors. Okay? So what about if I give you, come, it's okay to invest on this time, okay? Recently came out, so probably there can be chances of coming out again. Okay, now what do you have here? Let's change this rates now. What if I say, listen, ringgit Malaysia to a dollar? What did I give you earlier? Ringgit Malaysia to a dollar. $1, how much I gave you? $4 to 4.10. Okay, so we got $4 to 4.10 given. Can I give you another rate now? Earlier I gave you ringgit to pound. Can I change this to pound to ringgit now? Pound to ringgit. Can you not cross it? Can you convert this to direct, indirect? Don't care whether it's direct code or indirect code. Is that okay? Don't worry so much about that. So what I want to do is, I want you to change this format now. Change this format to pound per RM. What do you have to do? You just take 1 divided by the rate. Is that okay? Take 1 divided by this. What do you get? Take 1 divided by that. What do you get? You tell me. 0.185185185. I just want to be accurate. Why did I put on the higher end? Well, if you want to put on the lower end, later you will regret why you put here. Because when you do this, you will realize, hey, this is supposed to be higher. Try this and see. You try this and see. 1 divided by 5.5. 1 divided by 5.5. Do you get lower than this?
Yes.
0.18. That's the rates if you want to change it to a different format. Direct, indirect. That's it. Depends where you're staying, direct or indirect. So we're not so worried about that. If you're given this type of rates, how to cross it? Let's copy this inside here. If you are given 0.18, or maybe I put down here, easy for you to talk. Okay, dash 0.185185185. Okay, so if you want to cross it, you got here RM to a dollar. Am I right? And I'm going to put this 1 second. I'm going to put here pound per RM. What do I have to do here to cross it? Times. Simply times, because ringgit and ringgit will go off. The resultant answer you will get is pound per dollar. Is that okay? You will get pound per dollar. Correct? Now, in this case, what are you going to do to get your exchange rates? In this case, what are you going to do to get your exchange rates? You take your multiply. You take 4. You take 4.0. I need to multiply with what? Now in this case, you're going to take the first set. Multiply means you take the first and the first set. Only when it's divided, you cross it. Okay? I can show you the proof here. You take 4, you multiply with 0.81818. What do you get? 0.181818. What are you going to get? 0.727272 dash. And you take this with this multiply. Give me a figure. 4.1 multiplied by 0.1851. Come. 0.7259. Is it the same answer just now? Same or not? Same. So it doesn't matter how is it given. If they tell you differently, you just have to be careful. Okay? Now, okay, now if this is given, this is pound per dollar, same or not? Is it the rate the same? This is pound per dollar. You got this right? Pound per dollar, end of the day, is get back the same answer, correct or not? You will get back the same answer, 137,500. Okay? Now, just for fun, let's extend it. Dollar to RM. Is it given? What was given earlier? What was given earlier? Just to make sure that you really know how to cross it. Just want to make sure you can cross it. Dollar to RM. Dollar RM to dollar is given here, correct? So what must you do? 1 divided by 4, and you put that in which part? This is the lower rate now. 1 divided by 4, where would you put? You put at the higher side. Even if you don't put, you will realize it later. You will realize it, then you regret why you didn't put. Okay? 1 divided by 4.1, you put at the lower side. Give me the figures here. This one will be 0.25. Is that okay? This is going to be 0.2339, 02439, correct? Check. Check. We're going to have 1 divided by 4.1. 4.1. What do you got? 24, sorry. 24. 2439. Alright? 2439. 02, whatever. Now, I'm going to give you another one. RM to a pound. I don't want to change. RM to a pound, I don't want to change. I just want to leave it as it is. 540, 550. So let's leave it there. 540, 550. Actually, it's the same thing. I'm just turning and twisting just to make sure you really understand how to cross. Then I'll tell you a backup plan what to do in exam if you panic. I'll tell you a backup plan. Now, dollar to RM. What you must do here? Multiply or divide? Multiply with RM to a pound. What are you going to get? End result. Dollar. RM goes off, correct? Dollar to pound. This time is pound is the base. Dollar becomes the first set of currency. So what are you going to do? Is it multiply? What did I teach you if you're going to cross? Multiply means you take the low rate and you times with the low rate. You okay with it or not? Divide only, you cross it, okay? Remember, crossing, divide only, you rarely cross it. In this case, this times this. Can you tell me the rates here? 1 point what? 1.3?
1.31707.
Okay, something like that. Dash, you take the high rate and you multiply with the high rate. What do you get? 1.375. Is it correct? Okay, now you are going to pay pounds, 100,000 pounds. You want to find what currency? What currency you want to find? Dollar. Multiply or divide? Huh? multiply. Pay
Buy.
pound. So you need to
Buy high.
buy
High.
high rates 1.375. Very good. You're going to get here how much? 137,500. Is that okay? Okay.
Okay.
Well, I can twist some more. I think enough. Enough. So I think the cross have twisted you a lot. No. Yeah. Very twisted, huh? Okay, very good. Now, in exam, if you got twisted, my advice to you is, if they give you a high rate and a low rate, bid offer rate, what you do is you just use the mid rate and cross like the first example. That's it. Is that okay? Mid rate. Just use the mid rate and cross it. Okay? That is your backup plan. Not a perfect answer though, but that's a backup plan. Something better than nothing. Is that okay? You just take the middle of the two rate and you cross it and get the rates out and demonstrate your answers. Don't stop halfway. Is that okay? Alright, that will be the explanation for crossing the rates here. Next, we are going to the management itself. Come.